Hi everybody, it's Jen Nieto from the Pixie Post, and I'm back with another exciting video. Before I get into it, there's a couple announcements I want to make. One, as you've noticed from the past several videos, I've been doing angel oracle card readings weekly, when I can. That doesn't seem to be working in the schedule that I have right now. So what I decided to do is do an angel card reading from the 1st of the month to the 15th of the month. And this will also give you guys a little more room to take that inspiration from the readings, apply it to your own situation and your lives, and hopefully it'll help give you a sense of direction and even comfort if you need it. But I'm going to be using the same angel oracle cards, Whispers of Love. Where's the camera? I got to work on that. Okay. So I'll definitely be doing that every month. It's just because of my schedule, it's been so crazy having an offline job and trading and everything else to go with that. And it's been a little chaotic. So I want to give you guys good content regularly. So I think this might work. If you guys kind of like that schedule, let me know. Now you're probably wondering about the rest of the month. Well, what I'm going to try is doing the 16th to the end of the month with another card deck I end up getting from Amazon, of all places, about a week ago. And this is going to be different than the angel card readings. This is Adoring Virtue card deck. It's Healing with the Fairies. And basically this will help you guys with life direction, with self-esteem, relationships, work goals, life goals, that kind of thing. And it's a little different because the fairies, or pixies like me, they're all about the elements. They're about nature, grounding yourself. They're very, very in tune with water, with just all the natural elements in the world. And some people are a little more in touch with nature and less materialistic, more spiritual. So this might actually help you guys. So it's exciting. I haven't used the deck yet. So in my video, it will be the very first time I use it. So we're going to see how that works. So anyway, this one is for August 1st to the 16th. So I'm going to do my usual 3-card draw and see what August has in store for us. And it's going to be great because this month is what I call a power month. It's all about change. You've probably seen, if you're into any of this stuff at all, you've probably seen on the internet or heard from people them calling it the Lion's Gate. And basically, it's kind of a astrological interpretation of August, because every year when you have the 8th day of the 8th month, and whatever year it is, and it all adds up to the number 8, that means there's going to be major energy shifts and changes. And it could be good, it could be bad, mostly good. Basically, a lot of people are afraid of change, and that's totally natural. But if you want to make a change in your life, whether it's a little one or a big one, this is the month to do it. And don't go nuts and go quitting your job without any backup. I'm not saying anything extreme like that. But maybe there's something on your bucket list you've really been wanting to do, but we're afraid to do it. You're afraid of failure or afraid of what people will think. Really, who cares what people think? You know, I have those little fears like everybody else, but I'm at the point in my life right now, if you can't make yourself happy, how can you make everyone else happy? So that's basically what this month is all about. It's all about change and transformation and actually going for it, not just wishing for it and sitting on your heels and not doing it and pining away for it. Go do it. You owe it to yourself. And this will set up a domino effect for great change in your life. Things you might have missed out on if you hadn't, and you'd be wondering what if. You don't want to worry about what if. Nobody wants to live that way. So I highly encourage you guys to look within yourselves and see what kind of positive changes you can make. And you might be surprised what's in store for you. So, hey baby, my cat. You might see Timmy in a little bit. He always likes to jump on the table. He always likes to lay all over everything like every cat does. It's like, really? Okay. So anyway, I'm going to shuffle the cards so you guys can see. So it's authentic. And I'm going to do a 3-card draw. This time, basically, the first card will be for past things you might have been struggling with or dealing with. The second card will be the present moment or your situation. And the third card will be future. What kind of direction you might want to go in. So that's how it's going to be set up from now on. So here we go, shuffling the cards. And sometimes the cards will jump out at you, and other times it would take forever. So I'm very, very in tune to the energy. My hands are actually tingling because I feel the energy right now, and it's pretty awesome. So, okay, come on, guys. Oh no, they're saying shuffle more. They know I have to work on my patience, and that is one major thing I'm working on right now. And I've noticed I've done a lot better with some things, and other things I'm like, no, I want it now, like instant gratification. And it's just sometimes you gotta wait, you gotta be patient, and all the good things in life are worth waiting for, to a point. Like I said, I'm still struggling on it, but we'll get there. It's a growing and learning experience. So, okay, one more card, and we'll be ready to roll. All right. Sometimes they'll just pop right out at you, and other times not so much. So, okay. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see what we got. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. I think this reading is partly for me, too. Okay. Okay. And it's funny, I've been doing these card readings on and off for about a year now. My gifts have been accelerating ever since my husband passed, and it's a shame it has to take a tragedy for it to do that. But what I'm basically doing, I'm not saying these messages even though you hear me saying them. I'm basically channeling the angels' energies and what they want you to know. And it's hard for a lot of people to understand that, because some people are very intuitive like I am, and plus I'm an empath, so I sense people's energy and their emotions very strongly, and that's accelerated. And some people don't get it because they haven't gone through it themselves, or they have different gifts, and so to some of you it might sound a little weird, but I assure you it's real. I don't go out broadcasting it because people like myself kind of go under scrutiny sometimes, but I'm not quiet about it either if I'm asked about it. So if you guys ever have any questions or are curious, feel free to drop me a line. I do not mind talking about it. I'm not like super, psychic. I'm not psychic. I'm nothing like that. There are people who have greater gifts than I do. Mine are just kind of I think they're like in the baby stages, but you know what? Bring it on. That's what I think. So anyway, with the reading, the first card is, this is for the past, slow down. And this could apply to a lot of different things, not just the past. It's kind of like a broader message. I'm still trying to get used to this camera, and it's not happening here. So you guys can see. And this program is not really helping either. Okay. See where she's kind of resting right there? That's basically, they're basically saying, you've been working, you've been doing all these things to pay your bills or hustle and get yourself out there, kind of like what I'm doing, trying to brand myself and get myself out there. But you're starting to burn out, and you really need to slow down and take a little time for yourself, and don't be afraid to do that. It's okay to do that. I have a real struggle with that, the life-work balance. I want to work all the time, not so much offline. I mean, that's just basically to pay my rent And it's not a bad job. I'm grateful I have one, but at the same time, um, I'm more focused on my blog and this, and I'm studying day trading, which I have such a passion for. So there's a lot to learn with that. And so I'm constantly at the computers studying or working or networking, and I love it. But, this big but there, I don't take enough time to rest or relax. So I'm starting to work on that at least an hour a day or a couple hours a day. And that's what they're telling some of you. Now, this may not apply to everybody. The readings sometimes pick certain people, and you know who you are if this applies to you. Just apply it to your situation. So please take some of your time. Read that book that you've been wanting to. Binge on Netflix. I do both of those. Or go outside for a walk. Get back in touch with nature. Hug a tree. Go to Starbucks. I mean, just whatever makes you happy. But do something for yourself. And it's another way you can take care of yourself and nurture yourself. Because you're a person. You're not just a work machine. You're a person who has personal interests and needs to grow as an individual. So that's the first card. The second card, which is kind of cool, is choose love. Okay. Gosh, I am so freaking crooked. It's ridiculous. Okay, there we go. One of these days I'll learn. It basically says you always have a choice as to what you should do. And basically what it's meaning, basically it's saying approach things with a view of love. And I'm not meaning like romantic love, not even love like of a person per se. It's more of a universal love. Like have compassion. Treat others how you want to be treated. The golden rule. Even if you don't agree with something, even if something really pisses you off, of course you can be human and feel that way, but don't lash out. Take a step back and pick your battles. Also, just try putting yourself in that person's shoes, because a lot of people I see, and I've done it. I mean, I'm never excluding myself out of any of these situations. I don't think I should have to keep repeating that. So, just so you guys know. But basically, put yourself in that person's shoes, because sometimes people react, sometimes people are mean, and it sucks. And I never understand that. Maybe I'm naive. I just don't get it. But sometimes they're going through a struggle that you're not aware of. And sometimes you have to think about how you react to how they are. Not that you should be exposed to any negative energy. If it's something that you need to get away from, do so. But do it with grace. Have compassion. Because I am telling you, when I've done that in my life, even when I wasn't really thrilled with somebody or I didn't agree, often the situation will turn around. Sometimes the person would open up, say, hey, look, I'm sorry, and I'm dealing with this and that and that. Or sometimes the next time I encounter them, they were a little bit softer because they remember that you were that one person who actually didn't respond back with negativity, didn't ridicule them, or on a more extreme, attack them and verbally, or whatever the situation is. So just treat others how you want to be treated, and please have compassion, because our world really needs that big time. And the third and last card, it's sweet, but I don't know what you guys are trying to get out of this one, but okay. The third one is physical touch is important. Basically, for some of us, it says nothing is more important than a tender touch. This might include a pat on the back or giving a hug to someone who needs it. So now I guess this could be in a romantic relationship. I mean, kind of the obvious thing that we'd all think of. Basically, be more affectionate And they don't mean like in a sexual sense, really. It's like um, squeeze their arm when you're talking, give them a hug, be affectionate, show that person you care other than just words. And hearing I love you is great, and complimenting the person is wonderful. But if you are together in the same place in physical sense, it really goes a long way when you show that you care, that you give them that hug, and that they're having a bad day, just sit with them. Even that, just sit with them and take a few minutes and show your uninterrupted attention without the phone or the computer dinging. Even if it does ding, don't even pay attention to it. Pay attention to that person and listen. I'm getting that very strongly. Even though this is about physical touch, I'm getting listen. Listen to each other. Instead of always trying to jump in and say what you want to say without hearing them. You may hear them, but you don't listen. Listen to what they're saying. Consider what they're saying. Try to see their point of view. Sometimes you can agree to disagree, and that's perfectly okay. But really, really listen to them, because I see a lot of relationships that they're both talking at each other, but they don't hear the other. They don't, or they do, but they don't listen to each other. They don't listen to what's being said, and they don't let it process. And that can make or break a relationship. And that can be a romantic relationship. That can be between parents and children, brothers and sisters, best friends. I mean, really any kind of relationship. It's all about give and take. It's that balance. And I always refer to the yin and yang, because I'm really big on balance. And that is such an important part of a relationship, to communicate but also to listen and consider each other. So, okay, well, this was kind of an interesting reading. It's more about this half of the month. It's more about being in tune with each other and taking time out. And we're all in such a hurry all the time. And I think, as well as making changes in our own lives, I think we're transforming, or we need to transform, where we're more in tune with each other. We're more receptive towards each other. Not all about ourselves, about each other and learning from each other and growing together. And that's such an important part of our world nowadays. And the angels are just stressing that. To before you react, step back, consider what the other one said, and see how the gates open in that sense, where communication will be a lot better, and it'll flow. The energy flow will be a lot better. You'll be more harmonious and more balanced. So there you go. So that's my short and sweet reading for the month. I'll be back for the angel card reading. Well, actually, fairy card reading. Starting on the 16th. That'll be kind of a new thing for all of us. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm very excited. I'll have a couple more videos coming out too, unrelated to this stuff. And I'll probably have another one in a day or two that will come out. But in the meantime, I love you guys. I really thank you for your support. Please like and subscribe. I need people out there to come along with me on this journey. And if you guys have any suggestions as to what videos you might like me to do, put a comment below, because I would be open to any suggestions, as long as it's not like totally nuts and crazy and out there. But yeah, seriously, let me know if you want to see reviews or more different types of readings or whatever. Or more business related. I'm going to be doing a few more of those eventually. So yeah. So until next time, have a great day, guys, and I will see you soon. Peace.